So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey, what's up? This is Ho Ho Hong Kong. I am Andy Curtin, and no more Vivek this week, but I've got Mohammed Magdi. How you doing, buddy?
I am Muhammaded Mahbubani.
I'm just getting the nearest brown guy that I could find after Vivek. And I'm very excited about today's guest. We've got Shonee Mirchandani. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
Thank you so much for coming on. The reason we've got you on today is because you are one of the brilliant minds behind Bookazine.
Thank you.
The darling of retail in Hong Kong. And before we get into it, how do we find you on social media?
Find me at the other Muhammad on Instagram.
You're on Facebook? You're on Facebook? You got a page.
Yeah. Muhammad Magdi on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
It's just my name. Yeah,
Everyone knows me.
Instagram is what I use for work, like publicity, whatever.
Oh,
So-
look at you, businessman.
Yeah. I'm approaching 1,000 followers. Follow me.
I'm Andy Curtin on everything, and you've just launched a new website, Bookazine.
Bookazine has. So it's bookazine.com.hk.
Awesome. And what features does it have? Can we get books on there?
It's just book selling on there. Yeah, no, actually, we have a blog, events. Well, no events this year, but usually. Yeah. Lots of lists, curated reading lists on there for people who want to browse and see what we're reading at work. So, yeah.
I find those lists really useful, actually.
Yeah.
But like when I'm trying to find what to read, like Bill Gates does one.
Yeah, his summer reading list.
Yeah, which is really,
Obama does one.
which is awesome. Oh, I haven't seen the Obama one, but has he just got a book out?
He has a book out.
Just
It's
had
the
a book
biggest
out,
book of
yeah.
the year. They sold 850,000 copies on the first day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we over-ordered thinking it's going to be good, and we've almost sold
Oh, that's
out.
just you.
No, the world.
I was like,
The world sold
damn.
out.
Like, is everyone in Hong Kong reading it?
So is
I
it sold
wish.
out here already?
We're almost sold out. Hopefully we'll get stock soon. But
Wow, okay.
Let's see, yeah.
Are there book deliveries in Hong Kong?
So we do that
Oh,
through
wow.
our new website, bookazine.com.hk.
We did not plan that in advance. Let me just say.
And then the cool thing is all the inventory you see on our website, we have.
Right.
So it's plugged into our inventory
Like the
system.
stock system.
I literally didn't ask that question in case the answer was no.
It's like, no, but we deliver hamburgers.
I'm like, does your website offer, put someone to read the book for you? Anyway, before we get into it, I very embarrassingly forgot to plug Aftermath. Kyle from Aftermath has
They're
been
amazing,
He's
yeah.
been an absolute gem. Huge supporter of the comedy scene. I recorded a few podcasts in there. He got up early on a Sunday to do it for me, and then I forgot to mention how grateful we are. So go support Aftermath. They've been hit like the rest of us by COVID.
They're a
and-
great bar. Alicia and Kyle are amazing. It's a really nice venue because you can also see live music when it's back.
And good stand-up
comedy.
as well.
Good stand-up. They have board games. They have a nice kitchen, decent price. They're really, really cool guys.
You really
so-
got your marketing boots on today, don't
Yeah.
you?
What's the venue?
It's Aftermath. It's on it's on Wyndham Street.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Wyndham Street or Wyndham Road.
It's on Wyndham Road, and it's like across the street from Tycoon. And we're just like an underground dive bar.
Yeah, but it's got a good performance space, and we do quite a few shows there. So
Yeah.
it's
Sounds
really
great.
nice.
Sounds
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it's great. Anyway, so going back to you, let's just start. Like, you weren't born in Hong Kong.
I wasn't. I came here. Well, my dad immigrated here first. He's from India, and
Where in India?
Bombay, but he was working in Nepal, and the story goes that he had to run away from the tax authorities for some reason, and so then they went back to Bombay. He just gotten married, and sort of mustered enough money, or perhaps it was sponsored, to get a plane ticket to Hong Kong. Previously, he had worked with his uncle in India, who ran a book publishing house. So he had the book experience under his belt. He came from very humble background, family of 8. His father, so my grandfather, passed away when my dad was 3 years old. And so he was brought up by his mom, who was illiterate. And they literally begged, borrowed, stole to get by. Didn't finish high school. And so, he comes to Hong Kong. There was a distant relative who was also in the book business, and he started working with him. I think he came with 50 Hong Kong dollars, which back then maybe was a lot of money.
Yeah. Wait, so how many houses did he buy?
Which year was that?
Yeah, what year?
1972.
Wow.
Yeah. Stayed in Chungking Mansions, the famous Chungking Mansions.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I lived
God.
right like 5 minutes away from
Wait,
there.
was it nice back then?
I don't think so.
I think it was worse. Like they
don't
actually cleaned it up, as far as I know. Like
yeah, there was
back-
a fire at
Wait,
some
they
point.
cleaned it up?
Yep.
They cleaned it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. There is a really
Oh
cool
my
movie.
God.
There is this famous Hong Kong director,
I
Chongqing Express.
Yes, I love
It's
that
a
movie.
really
Is it,
cool movie.
is it good?
It's
So
very good.
good.
Dude, I saw it like 3 times. It's
Yeah.
very good.
It's-
Okay, I gotta watch
Yeah.
it. Someone sent me the trailer, or I
Also,
stumbled
people
on
will
it.
trash me for not knowing the name of the director.
Wong
Even though-
Kar-wai.
Here we go. Wong Kar-wai.
Oh, you
can
got
we
it.
edit that
I
edit? Yeah.
Hey.
Can we and I just went.
You totally look like you made that up. She's like, yeah, his name's Aftermath Conduit.
Can you edit that in as if I said it? Okay.
And then get it right.
No, I'm gonna edit in the sound of crickets after you blanked horrifically.
Yeah, great movie.
Really good movie. Yeah. Yeah. So, and he tells the story about how he lived on, the Chinese steam buns and condensed
Baozi?
milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
20 cents. So he lived on those for I think a year.
This is still the same price in mainland China, by the way.
Actually, 19.
And then worked with this relative. Pretty much ran the company.
So, how did the company start?
So he was working with a relative who used to bring in books
Into Hong Kong.
into Hong Kong from the UK. And remember, Hong Kong was a British colony back then.
I do remember, yeah.
And so he saved enough money to then get airline tickets for my mum and me to come. So the first time he met me, I was 2 years old. And he tells a story about, so the airport back then was Kai Tak.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
I was walking past there the other day, and my buddy was telling me how crazy it was that
The
they had this.
landings were crazy.
Yeah. So for people that don't know Hong Kong, Kai Tak's like it's
Tiny.
city, but it's also
Yeah.
city.
Yeah, it's residential. The planes would literally
Yeah.
fly
And because of
Right.
the hills there, they had to do a turn, not to get in low enough.
And the
it was like a
landing
hardcore landing.
Yeah, always.
Do you ever fly into that? Did you ever
Yeah, I
fly into
did.
that airport?
I
Yeah.
did, yeah. And I always thought that's how planes landed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How weird was it when you landed in like a regular airport? When you're like,
And you're like, are we flying
we
just
here?
above the ground? Do we land in a net?
So I met him when I was 2 years old, and then his stories are all these milestones. Like then they moved out of they were living again with relatives. They moved out, got their own place. My sister was born.
So maybe I missed it. So he came here just as a scout before
Yeah.
he brought your wife. That's a
Yeah.
hard sell.
Yeah,
Hey, I know you're about to have a child.
yeah, but I'm off.
yeah.
I'll have a ticket ready for you
In 2 years.
You're gonna
In 2 years.
You're gonna love the landing.
Pretty much. Yeah,
That's an ambitious man right there.
Yeah. And then I think he must have asked the relative for a partnership because he was running the company, and that relative said no. So he started in competition with him, and he started his own book distribution company. So back then, everybody imported from the UK because it was a British colony. So he started importing from the US, and he had lower prices, and he was able to undercut the market. Then he also opened new distribution channels. So they would sell to the newsstands and like one bookshop that was in Hong Kong.
Which at that time were a big deal, right?
Yeah. Because that's the only place you could get books and magazines.
Right.
He brought in magazines, and he started selling to the chain stores. So Park and Shop, Welcome, Manning's, Watson's became his clients. And in the 80s...
Park and Shop's been around that
I was
long.
about to ask,
Yeah,
were all
forever.
these brands around back then?
They were, but they weren't as big. Like, you didn't have so many of
Right,
them. And,
yeah.
and where we used to get our groceries from was convenience stores. So you had lots of these, I think they're called So Keys, and maybe they're called that because that was the name of the store, So Key.
Yeah.
So these little provision stores that you still see around Hong
Yeah.
Kong. And that's where we get our bread and our milk, and yeah.
Wow.
What part of town did you live in as a kid?
We lived on Robinson Road.
Oh, so just around the corner,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
From Conduit.
Muhammad thought that conduit road is pronounced Gundui.
It's a
And he kept saying this word.
Heard that before.
He said it once, and I was like, and then he said it again. I'm like, all right, what are you trying to say?
What does the taxi say?
It's hard enough to get the taxi driver to understand anything. And so, how did it? Was it just blown out early? I guess he had a price advantage. So
Yeah, he had a price advantage. He knew the clients. He built the client base. And then what happened was one of his biggest clients, one of the chain stores, he had a falling out with them over payment. There was a systems issue. And he was the sort of guy who, it was his way or the highway. So he said, if you don't pay me, I'm going to pull all my books and magazines out of your 100 stores
Right.
overnight, which he did. And suddenly we had all this inventory.
Yeah.
And, I've thought about it. What would I have done? I would have probably gone to my other clients and tried to sell more.
Right.
Or I would have looked for new clients. But he opened Bookazine.
Yeah.
And it was around the time that my mom, we were older and my mom was looking for a job. She was looking for a job as a teacher.
and by this time you got a sister,
I've got a sister who's my business partner.
and Arti was born here.
She was, at the Canossa,
Oh, nice.
around the corner.
Yeah. Have you been to any other
No.
part of Hong Kong?
Yeah, once I went to Kowloon once.
Yeah. For the airport when they had an airport there.
You know there's a bookazine there?
Well done.
She's like,
You've done your research.
That's
I bet
funny.
you've never been.
Wow.
So we opened the first store in the Hopewell Center. And after that, and my mum ran it. And after that, Princess Building, which was like, that's the location that, had impact. And that's when the brand started to take off. So
And what year was that?
85 was the first store. So this year is our 35th anniversary. When we
Wow.
had no event to
Amazing.
celebrate, we cancelled
Yeah.
all our marketing plans. Well, we kept postponing it.
I have this theory that like everyone who had any special event this year should just do it next year.
I think so, too.
No birthday. Like next year, I would celebrate my 31st again because 2020 just doesn't count anymore. So you should celebrate
One
35th.
long party, 2021.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's been so tough, and I think we're heading into it again. We came here to open a venue that got shut
Yeah.
down.
The comedy club. Right?
Yeah.
The Rift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the rift, the riff.
The rift is what happened afterwards.
I didn't even know you're not saying it ironically, but it's the rift now.
Yeah, all right, conjui. Let's not get judgmental on pronunciation right now.
It's a different word, she said, okay? It's not the same.
No, my sister went. She loved it.
Oh,
She was
really?
raving
Great.
about it, and then you guys closed.
Yeah. Well, if COVID ever passes, we might open something else up.
Hey, do you have an event space in Bookazine?
Yeah, sure, come.
So, is reading's a big thing in your family, right?
Yes. So like I said, my dad didn't really have a formal education. His brothers and sisters didn't even finish high school. But what he did was he read because his uncle used to sell books. So they always had books, and he read so much. And I think that's sort of what gave him the brains that he had.
You know what I think's crazy is the emphasis that we have on like tertiary education,
Yes.
and then people don't read.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy
Yeah.
because, like, as an adult,
Yeah.
that's where you can like. This is how you continue to learn is you keep
Yeah.
consuming books and stuff. And I
Yeah.
remember I recommended a book to a friend of mine. He's like, books? He's like, do people
I
still read
know.
books? I'm like,
I know.
what are you talking about?
I meet so many people say, Bookazine, I don't read.
Yeah.
Like they say it proudly.
Like it's a normal,
or
yeah.
Like it's normal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to
I'd
be,
be
I don't want to be
embarrassed.
judgy McJudge face, but I just
Yeah.
think just the comparison.
Yeah.
It's like, if people don't want to read, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. People want to exercise, fine. Lifestyle choices. But it's just funny to me how much emphasis we have
Yeah.
on tertiary education.
Yeah.
How much did you learn at university that is like continually helping you right now?
Yeah.
Right?
Whereas if you read, you're
Whereas if you-
constantly learning.
Exactly. Right? Like that's
And you're
what it,
learning to learn as well. You're not just
if I
learning
was
facts.
hiring someone and education was important, I think having like a healthy reading habit would be way more important than like
Yeah.
some
Than, like-
slick university they went to.
Well, it's funny because when I interview people, even just for, sales assistant job, I say to them, do you read? And they always say yes because they know it's an interview for a bookshop. And so then I say, well, what was the last book you read? And there's just black.
Yeah, yeah.
and they'll go Harry Potter, the Bible.
What's your view on that, though?
wow.
I expected. My favorite was when someone said, "Oh, I read this great book, The Art of Not Giving a."
Yeah.
We'll have to
Yeah,
bleep
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Isn't that a book about not working too hard?
Right. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Taking it easy."
Yeah. I don't even know. I read
That's
that book
kind of
and
funny.
It's like you're
The
in a
job interview.
Yeah.
What's the last book you read? How to Not Work Hard. Cruising through life without trying.
I didn't.
I learnt so much.
I did read that book and I couldn't get the big deal about it because
Oh, my sister was the same. She didn't
yeah,
like it.
I didn't like it at all. I was like,
I hadn't
okay.
read-
It sold so well.
I haven't read it.
It did, yeah.
I haven't read it, but I did listen to a podcast with the guy who wrote it, and it was very interesting to hear him talk about what it's like to have a hit book.
Yeah. What did he say?
Just that you just don't know what's going to be a hit, and replicating it is always impossible. Like he's like, yeah, I'm continuing to write books, and I think he did release another book after that.
He did this year or last year, but recently.
Yeah, like it definitely
And
on
it
that
was,
timeline. I don't know, but he like openly admitted he's like, I could just I cannot expect to hit like
Again.
something that clicks, like zeitgeist stuff. You just
Yeah.
never know. I mean, the analogy for us is like I have this theory that for a comedian to be an arena act, you need all the pieces to be a club act, maybe even a small theater act, plus you've got to catch some wave
yeah.
or something, you know. Like Russell Peters, you might be familiar
Yeah.
with. Like he's the obvious one.
Yeah.
He didn't even do it, but somebody he was the first person to have an hour of comedy on YouTube.
Okay.
That's why he's famous.
Because of YouTube.
He was the first person to have an hour of stand up on YouTube. And not to say that he's not funny,
Yeah.
but that's what was the difference between him and other comparable comedians
Yeah.
that were out there, is that he just caught that way.
Sometimes you just
and
have
then
to
he
be
also
first.
Yeah.
also he was a different point of view to a lot of what was out there. You know, he was child of immigrant parents, and that resonated
Yeah.
with a lot of a fan base and stuff like that. So there's sort of that there's these connecting pieces that just launch someone between being a club act to being. I mean, he sold.
Global.
He sold I think 30,000 tickets in Singapore.
Yeah,
And
he
Hong
did like
Kong.
one special in Sydney when it looked like 60,000. It looked
Wow.
really, really big.
no one's done.
Oh,
no,
no, it's
no one
straight-
does 60,000.
Yeah.
He did 20,000 in Melbourne.
Yeah, maybe that's the one. It's still huge.
I know the photo you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
20,000's big.
Yeah.
I mean, even like
But
arena.
he also sold multiple shows.
Just to put it in perspective for
Yeah.
you visually, in a theatered setting at the Mercedes-Benz Arena, that's only 16,000 seats.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a lot.
He was also like, because he was one of my early introductions to stand-up. Because I grew up in Egypt and I've always seen stand-up as white people and black people. And Russell Peters was really interesting because he was brown people. He was the first
Yeah.
comedian who has that immigrant comedy.
Yeah.
And I related to it as a brown person as well.
Yeah.
And so many people like me in my generation, because also YouTube came for us pretty late. And that was the first thing that we saw was Russell Peters' comedy. And that's how he got big all over like the third world countries.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was just like this thing that we can't relate to. It's an American form of art. But Russell Peters made it sound like,
relatable.
oh, yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you could laugh
Very
at it
relatable.
before, but
That's
suddenly
right.
it was close to home.
Yeah.
Do you feel there are any authors out there that have changed your perspective like that? You know, can you think of any authors where you're like, wow, I connect. What do you prefer, fiction or nonfiction?
I prefer fiction. I guess when I was young and searching, figuring out who I was, and I remember
Recently.
I wish. Hanif Qureshi, Buddha Suburbia. He wrote about he's an Pakistani author, but living in London, and he wrote about what it was like growing up as an immigrant in London. So it was fiction, but it was semi autobiographical. And I could really relate to that. And then there was this whole era of books like that. And you have Zadie Smith, who writes like that, where you talk about what it's like, you know, like me in Hong Kong. It's not being from here, but yet this is home, and how we fit in. So I guess those types of authors, yes.
Just to take a little tangent there, how do you feel with your identity in Hong Kong? You know, do you feel that you will be here forever? It's a hard question, right?
It's a hard question, especially
because it's changed.
It's changed. It's changed a lot. Yeah. I don't think I'll be here forever, but it is home. It is home. But I think at some point we'll need to move on, and because Hong Kong's such a fast-paced city, I don't think I want to sustain or maintain that pace of life. But if you don't, then there's no point being here, really. Then you're better off being somewhere else, enjoying the quietness and the serenity of somewhere else.
So going back to Bookazine a little bit, like obviously this year's been very challenging. Is there any other periods that you've had, over the 3 decades now,
Right.
more than 3 decades, that when things got tough? Because SARS, I'm guessing, affected you as well.
I mean, that would have been the time. So going back to my dad, by the 1990s, he had 13 shops, all the books and magazine distribution in Hong Kong. He pretty much had a monopoly, and life was good.
Right.
And then you flash forward to around 2003 or 2002, we had SARS, we had the Asian economic crisis, we had September 11th. Oil prices went up, which meant that it affected our shipping rates.
How did September 11 affect you?
So oil prices were
Just oil
affected,
prices,
yeah.
right.
Global currencies changed. I think there was just a global recession after that,
Yeah.
which affected us. People were being made redundant in Hong Kong.
Well, that was about the time the .com bubble burst as well,
Yes,
right?
Exactly. And then Amazon came on around that time, and you had these big bookshops like Borders and Barnes and Nobles. For us in Hong Kong, we had an influx of new competition. So there was Stimmix from Australia, there was Page One from Singapore, and a few other brands.
And how has that played out?
Well,
Because I don't see
yeah,
Dimmicks around.
For him at
Yeah.
the
Are
time.
Dimmicks even here anymore?
No, they're gone.
You got them all.
Nice.
Did you get them all? Did you just have you had the whiteboard, you just hit targets on all of them?
We did what we did. We do what we do.
That's a little scary when you say I don't want to know what you actually did.
People were not wearing masks in those stores.
So, was your dad still in charge at that time?
Was, and we had enjoyed. My sister and I had joined the company then. We came on 2001, I think.
And how was he at handling this idea of competition coming in?
So he did what he could, but everything hit him at one go. There was the Asian economic crisis, there was competition, there was SARS. And I think he was at a point where he was thinking, okay, time's up. I think I'll just close shop. But it just so happened my sister and I had both come back to Hong Kong. I was living in the UK. I was living and working in London. My sister had just finished studying art in Melbourne. And we thought, we'll take a bit of a gap here from working and help out in the office, not really realizing the impact of what was going on. And started working with our dad at the same time. And possibly he had thought, we'll give it a go and see what happens since my daughters have joined the business.
Would have been pretty excited about that, I guess.
It's what he wanted for the longest time. And we had resisted. And even then, I don't think we were thinking we would stay. It was literally a stopgap before figuring out what we wanted to do back in Hong Kong. And so we stuck around, and my sister worked in the shops. I worked in the wholesale side of things. And then he passed away almost a year and a half later.
Sorry to hear that.
So we were in charge. And that's sort of how the business continued through that difficult time. And
So you took it over in the tough time.
we took it over in the tough time. So you were asking, what was the previous tough time? That was probably it. It was the worst.
And
we've
how?
ever seen.
How, do you remember? Do you think about that time? What comes to mind?
So if I can think of one, so we did a lot of things. Many did not work, many mistakes, and quite a few things did. And one thing, if I could point to one thing that really worked and gave us the sort of positive reinforcement we needed was, so we were younger then, we liked to party. And so every time we'd meet an author who had released a book, we'd throw a launch party for them in the shops.
Yeah.
And my dad had started a membership program that meant that he had collected something like 2,000 or 3,000 email addresses.
Okay, which
Yeah.
at that time was like, people didn't think about email lists, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you email people, it goes into spam. But at
Yeah.
the time,
Everyone
But-
reads
but-
their
read the
email. Yeah,
emails.
And- But also the concept of having an EDM
Yes.
list, which is every data now. I think
Yeah.
at
I mean, it was
that
just
time,
starting. It was just, but there
But I
were
think
no
about-
platforms. You literally sent it from your own inbox.
Right.
you're like,
Yeah.
hi, it's me.
And you'd have to, do a few hundred email
Yeah, each
addresses
time,
at a
yeah.
time, otherwise
Yeah.
it would get blocked.
And you get
Yeah.
it from @Hotmail or whatever.
Oh
yeah.
my god, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Oh my god.
So we
Pre-email spam
Yeah.
filters.
Yeah, we emailed our customers, said, come to this book launch, there'll be free wine. The author would bring people. And that created positive associations with our brand again. People were excited about being in a bookshop, talking about books, being around books, and I think that's the trajectory we took with our brand. We made it about community, and we hosted loads of events, lots of children's events, and it surprised us how popular it was. I guess there just isn't that much to do, or back then wasn't that much to do with kids in Hong Kong.
Oh, even now.
Even now. So every time we had a storytelling or even a craft activity, the shop
Yeah.
would be full of parents, usually dads on a Sunday with their kids. And
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
and they were great. Really, really good feel-good factor.
Yeah.
And that helped us rebrand. And then from then we realized it was about the experience people had in the shop, and about the connections they made with other people in the shop, with the books, with the staff, and that's how we rebuilt the company. We put a really strong emphasis on experience, in-store experience. Another reason why we're probably very late to the digital party, because our whole emphasis has been about in-store.
Yeah.
having
Come to
launched
the
a web,
store,
having
yeah.
launched a website in 2020.
I know, really late to the party, right?
Did you not have a website at all before that?
We had a website. I think we built it in 2010, and
Yeah.
then by 2015 it was embarrassing.
Right.
We just took it down.
So-
Things change so quickly, right?
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
also kind of crazy to think of like the biggest books like store chain in Hong Kong does not have a website. If I looked it up
know.
last year, there is no website.
We had digital presence, so we had Facebook,
Sure, yeah.
Instagram, yeah.
So it's not like you were in need of a job though, because you went to law school.
Yes.
And did you work in investment banking?
I did in Credit Suisse,
And so
and also some American law firms. Yeah.
here or somewhere else.
Both here and in London.
So there's an element of this. I'm always fascinated by this, and a lot of the guests we have on are the same. This transition from the corporate world to something that you can be more passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that resonate with you?
It does, except I was really passionate about working. I know. it sounds weird.
You did the
In a
reverse.
law firm. I loved
Like now I'm stuck in
it.
this stupid bookstore.
No, I love what I do. I really do. I'm so happy working with books every day, and our customers,
sister?
and the team, and my sister, my family.
How petty do you guys get at work?
We're over our issues. We work really well together as a team now. It took time, but we're good.
I just imagine like the smallest things.
Yeah.
We can still.
Yeah.
Like
And then we like email back and forth.
Oh my God.
I think it's really good. Well, I don't think it'll sell, but I like it. But I don't think it'll sell.
Oh, that's I was thinking more like, I thought we were gonna, put the books up alphabetically, but I guess we haven't done that right now.
I also like the idea that
I
you
have
communicate.
two brothers and a sister, so
You know how it
we
is.
go petty fast.
Yeah. Is your sister here as well, right?
She's across the street. We
Right.
could invite her.
So I like the idea that you communicate with your sister
Yeah.
via email the whole time.
We're usually sitting right next
Right.
to
No,
each other.
She just opens the window and
Yeah.
yells out at her.
No, I like that. Like, also, you said like passive aggressive emails, like things like with regards.
And the neighbors are like, the Mirchandani sisters are fighting again.
No, but in all seriousness, we work really well together, and it's so nice to work with her.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. And we figured out our roles, what she does, what I do. It took us a while, but now it's perfect. Like those are her bits, and I do everything else. No, I'm kidding.
So what about Amazon? Like how they're still in the game?
So it's interesting, right? We were talking about gimmicks in page one before, and what I meant by we do what we do is we focus on just being a good bookseller to our customers, and people will come and go. And most of the big players have left. But our biggest competition is Amazon now. That's and how do we compete with them? We can't. We just stay small and do our thing.
So it's still an ongoing challenge that you have.
And every bookshop in the world has.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, I think about like, you mentioned like Borders and Dimmicks coming in. I mean, they got smashed by Amazon in Australia.
Yeah.
I remember going to the bookstore was like such a great thing.
Which bookstore, sorry?
In Melbourne, I would go to small bookstores,
Yes.
but then
The independents.
Borders opened up, and it was this huge thing, and then they also got
Yeah.
creamed.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like the big players were resistant to
spared.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your view on the Kindle?
I have a Kindle.
Oh, okay.
I read on the
I love the
Kindle.
Kindle. I'm a huge fan.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's good for portability.
Travel, it's like crazy.
Or even it's light. I can
Right.
I can put it in
Cram
my
like 1,000
handbag.
books.
It's quite nice to
Yeah.
read as well, though.
It's not bad.
It's easy on the
I
eyes.
prefer a book. I am not just saying that because I want to sell books. We sell Kindles, by the way, at Bookazine.
Okay.
But I just prefer flipping the pages. Yeah.
Interesting, yeah. Are you a big note taker in the books?
No, but I wreck my books. I don't know why.
That's
It
one of the
just
reasons I don't like books
happens.
anymore
Yeah.
is because they're just so chewed up by the time I'm done
Yeah.
with them.
Some
fold
people
the
are,
pages
they
and-
keep their books so well and pristine.
I had to change the way I hold books.
That's me because I read the first 3 pages and,
And
then I put
that's
it
it.
back. Yeah, that's why my
You
books
got
are very neat.
everything. The first 3 and the last
Yeah.
2.
That's the secret.
That's also the name of the last
Don't
book I read.
read. How do you turn the pages without damaging them? I don't turn the
I don't
pages.
turn the pages.
I had to change the way I hold books because I was just ruining them the way that I hold them.
I read something on the news that this year actually has helped book sales worldwide,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I was about to ask you, actually. So COVID, so SARS was bad for you because I
Yes.
guess you weren't doing delivery then? Or?
No, it was different. People, I don't, yeah.
When did
And
you-
maybe people were less inclined
Yeah,
to...
they weren't opting to read instead of going out. They were just scared.
When did you start doing delivery?
Yeah.
So we started with a WhatsApp business channel because our website wasn't ready.
Right.
And that was in February, March, I guess.
Of this year?
Hey,
I thought you were like, in 1998. No, it was like a couple of months ago.
Also, interesting timing.
That's
that you
that's
started like
perfect.
February this
but
year.
hang on,
Yeah.
Feb.
So
Feb?
we didn't plan to launch a website.
Oh, great. No, but the delivery time.
That's what I'm
Feb
saying.
is
The
like
timing is like
best month.
And again, we didn't plan to do that. There was just demand. Customers wanted books in their homes, and so we started a WhatsApp channel and we said, tell us what you want and we'll deliver. And it became almost like a book concierge service where we were making recommendations and people were delivering to friends in quarantine or as gifts. And that was fine. And then in June, we launched our website. And yes, we do delivery through our website.
What do you think is your edge over Amazon? Like, what strength do you have?
So the biggest edge we have right now, and we will change this as we do need to, like it's a new thing. We just launched our website, and we do need to think about the bigger strategy. But right now, when you go online, you see our inventory live. So if
Yeah.
you want a book and it's there,
Yeah.
you're gonna get it tomorrow or the following day.
Speed.
Whereas if you order on Amazon or any of the other online bookshops, then it's going to take 2 weeks, especially now.
That's a huge advantage.
Yeah, especially now because of the mailing times being.
Yeah, shipping is wrecked
Yeah.
right now. It's super unreliable.
Do you do the booking.com thing when you go like this book will disappear in 3, like there is like a countdown next to the
I
book?
hate that.
I know, but it would be funny.
Anxiety attack every time I'm trying to book a
You just do
hotel.
that as just like a marketing gimmick.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, I have a couple of ideas for you about doing like later. in-
18 people are thinking about buying this
That's
book.
And we
exactly
already
right.
have 70
Yes,
copies.
yes, thank you. That's it. Right. The other idea is like Uber Reads. You can just, here you go. You can just like cooperate with Uber instead of Uber Eats, and there will be Uber Reads since you
So
deliver.
they get it right away.
Yes.
But they'll have to pay a premium. Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
2 ideas.
Two
one of-
ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why don't any of our businesses work, Mohammed? Mister, I just got an MBA out of nowhere. So what makes a good book? Like, what?
Ooh.
You do you like nonfiction or fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction's
Yeah.
better.
So good writing. Good writing makes a good book. Relatability.
Are you from the school of like this? The book is always better than when it's on
Then the
screen.
movie.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
are
true
there-
though.
It's true,
Yeah.
except for The English Patient, which is one of
I was
my
about to
favorite
ask, do you have any
books,
exceptions?
and they were so different. The book and the movie were so different, and they were both beautiful. Yeah.
I
if
feel
I've
this
seen
way
that.
about The Kite Runner.
Okay, I
Yeah.
have seen the movie and
Yeah.
I loved it, but I haven't read it. But
Oh,
it's
you
my
haven't
sister's favorite book. You read the same books as my sister.
Oh, really? It's the kind of like book and movie that are both quite different, but
And
they're
both
both
brilliant.
beautiful.
Yeah.
The book is very heavy though.
Yeah,
It's-
that's
yeah.
why I didn't read
Yeah,
it.
it's pretty heavy.
So-
So how many branches do you have at the moment, or shops? I don't know
So
what
we
you call it.
have 9 Bookazine stores, but we also, my sister and I opened a few new retail concepts. So we opened Party Time, which is a party accessory store. We do balloons and party.
For the biggest
Got it.
party town on earth.
Absolutely. We have 2 sweet shops. And that literally started because
Did you do that for your customers or did you do that for yourself?
We tried the most amazing bar of chocolate.
Wow.
And that's how it started. It is from a small town in the UK, and the brand is called Pump Street Bakery. And they're bakery first, and then they started making chocolate, and they put sourdough in their chocolate.
Huh.
And it was delicious.
Yeah.
And they're actually world famous. They're so good. And we thought we need to bring this to Hong Kong, and we did. We started selling it through our bookstore, but it didn't, it didn't do it justice. And then we realized this type of chocolate is called craft chocolate, and there's lots of artisanal craft chocolate makers all over the world, and they do small batch chocolate. They literally fly to the town where they grow the cacao beans. They choose it. They bring it over. They roast it all in their kitchen.
I got to get some of this chocolate. You're you're
good.
selling the pants
Yeah.
off this chocolate, right?
And there's lots of it all over the world, and we've become a bit of a hub for craft chocolate in Hong Kong. Maybe again, and this time we're early to the party.
Oh, nice.
It hasn't quite taken off in the way that craft beer or craft gin or
It's definitely a thing, though. Like I know, even like in New York, they have these like micro chocolate production.
Exactly.
Houses.
I think it's only a thing in rich cities, though, right?
Well,
like I come from Cairo. They will never take off there.
Yeah, but you guys don't even have passports, so
Yeah, or chocolate.
maybe. 'Cause
What's
when I
that?
think
Cara's
about
not like the benchmark of if a business
for
should work.
chocolate.
Once you start selling rice, we'll be interested.
By the way, how funny is this? So my son is 3, and I'm reading him a story the other night. He points at the picture and he goes, "Oh, what's that?" And I said, "It's a pyramid." And he goes, "That's where Muhammad's from."
The Aussie in him came out pretty early.
I don't know where he got that from.
Yeah, shocker. I know.
But I love it because he's actually from Giza, where the pyramids are.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's really accurate, actually. you nailed it, little man. So what's the future for Bookazine? Do you see yourself going more down the path of opening up these concept stores, or?
Perhaps, or more digital, I think, going forward.
Are people reading more or less? Like what?
This year, people are reading more.
Yeah.
Because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yes, they're home. They have time. And they are buying more books for their children.
And a lot of them are unemployed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great time to get into
Just-
reading.
Do you
Yeah,
think people
sad.
get into reading if they are like? Do you think it's something that people pay for as a necessity, or is like it's in
A
their spare
luxury.
time? Yeah, is it a luxury or?
Really a bit of both. And we have our business execs who read business books faithfully, and they buy every new business book out there, and they will devour it. They'll read
So
everything
that's
because
more
they
like
want
a-
to know.
Yeah,
And then people read when they have time.
yeah.
But it is so it is really time consuming. Like in
It's a choice.
living in a Hong Kong, it's like the hour. Like if you sit down and think about the hours it takes to read a book, like especially a big book, it's a big commitment. People commit to it's like committing to a Netflix series.
Yeah.
It's like you got to put in the time
Yeah.
if you're going to
It's
get
a
through
choice.
it. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
I say that as someone
is-
that likes to do it, but being honest, like having
it
two
does
kids and
take
stuff,
time.
it's like you got to find time to get through a book.
It's true.
That's why I love traveling because you get on a plane and it's just like boom, you just like rip through.
A book, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when most people read. So it's interesting because is our biggest competitor Amazon or is our biggest competitor Netflix?
Oh,
Right,
that's great. Yeah. Because you are in now this like, if I could call it the attention economy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What's your take on audiobooks?
Oh, good question.
It's I don't know if it's not taken off in Hong Kong because no one's doing it, or if no one's doing it because it hasn't taken off. I've never tried it, but I know people love it.
People love it. I just can't focus. I don't
I
listen.
tried to get into it and failed miserably.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it put
think-
me to sleep.
My wife loves it. I
Really?
can't do it. Yeah.
No,
I
I
think it's for
couldn't do it.
people who do long drives. You can put it on in the car and
I
you
would
know, do your
crash in
daily
like
commute.
5 minutes because I would just I would either focus on the road or focus on what.
But like a podcast, you don't need to really know too
That's
much of what's
exactly
going
right,
on.
yeah.
Whereas like if I need to follow the facts,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, in fact, if I have like an information heavy podcast, I'm sitting there going back through it.
That's
Yeah.
what
Because I'm like, I didn't pay attention to some
Yeah.
critical part of the story. You miss a word or something and you get
Yeah.
no idea what they're talking about.
No, but
That's what happened. Like I had Audible on my phone and I downloaded a couple of books,
Yeah.
like the free ones, just to try. And I kept going back. And I realized after like an hour that I went through like 5 pages. I'm like, reading it is actually faster.
yes,
Because I keep missing it.
Well,
Isn't it
it's dude,
interesting
it's
how-
faster because you read faster than you can speak. That's it.
Well, no, for me it was also like because I'm listening and I'm just
his
distracted.
mind-
But,
was
but if you
wondering-
if you are faced with a video and a transcript and
Yeah.
you want to get through it quickly, you read the transcript
Right? Yeah, of course.
because you will read faster than they're
Yeah.
going to
we
speak.
skim as well when
Yeah,
we
skim read. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my friend, she loves it, and she'll talk about the different accents. Or you know, like it's a thing, you know, who's
Yeah.
doing the reading and what their delivery is like.
Do you think there is any business in audiobooks for you moving forward?
I don't know. Like I
He's
say,
looking for
us-
he's plugging for a job here,
Yeah.
Mr. MBA. Do you think that people would like to hear from an Egyptian accent? The subtle art of not giving a.
This book is
We could
narrated
try.
inside a pyramid.
This book was written on Conduit Road.
I don't know. Unless it takes off globally, I don't think it's going to take off in Hong
You don't
Kong.
think
I think
it's
it
taken
becomes
off?
a thing. Yeah,
I think it's niche. It's super
it's
niche.
niche. Yeah.
But that's kind of interesting because the podcast has really taken off.
Yes.
Like it's a multi-billion-dollar
Especially
business
this
right
year,
now.
right? Like.
I think you would say especially this podcast. Like we're doing
Right.
okay. No, actually, podcasting went down this year.
Oh really?
Yeah, because people listen on a commute.
Oh.
Yeah. So podcasting's doing, I think, okay at the moment. But certainly when lockdown came, podcasting listening went way down.
Yeah, because it's an individual thing as well. People don't sit around in the living room listening to a podcast.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't
I
listen
do
to an
that.
audiobook either.
That's right.
You
Yeah,
know,
they would.
Really?
Yeah.
Together? Oh, I heard something really interesting the other day.
If you're like 70-year-old couple, maybe it's like you've done everything sitting in your living room.
Come here, children. The subtle art of not giving a fuck is on again. Let's all hold hands and talk about what we learned. Put it back. I missed facts in it. Yeah, I was listening to Hugh Jackman talking recently, saying that him and his wife every morning read to each other.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm like, well, you guys are sociopaths.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. Read to each other. Is one of them blind?
Yeah. But I mean, like, the irony being, like, I feel like she's getting the better deal.
Because he's an
Because
actor.
he- Yeah.
No, because it's like, this
Hugh
book is
Jackman
read
is-
by Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's why you would listen to the audiobook. Yeah. So he's getting the book read by somebody, you know.
I don't know if this is like even appropriate question to ask, but would you recommend a book right now? Like, I don't know if that's like you can plug a book or not.
By the way, that is not what I was expecting you to follow up with.
Yeah, but I thought maybe you're like you can't be biased. You know what I mean?
Oh no, we can be
Dude,
biased.
they recommend books on the website.
Yeah, right. But it's different when it comes from her because people will actually take her word for it. Like, because at the store,
No,
people
you
will be
have-
like,
you
oh,
have
they're trying to sell
you
that.
have
And that
curated-
is actually the favorite part of my job, recommending books.
But you have
Okay,
you have
there you
curated lists on you. Do you
Yeah.
have a list?
We do have curated lists.
But is it you on the list
It's
or?
a very small group of us. So our book buyer, my sister, me, and one or two other people in the office. Yeah.
I hate reading a book that I don't like. I
Then stop reading.
I do, but I'm
But
like,
why?
but it just annoys me so much because it's so much time. Because you give like hours and hours and you're like, this is awful.
No, I just jump ship.
Just
I'm like,
stop.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, but you know, I don't want to stop like the second I start not liking
Yeah,
it.
this is true because sometimes you persevere and it gets better.
Yes. Totally, 100%. It also, it's if you're reading it, you know, you've read it. I'm not going to read something unrecommended.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the subtle art of whatever. That did super well. So
that's true. I kind of like, I don't regret it, but I went with the wave. Everyone's like, you should read this. And then I'm like, all right. And then, wasn't great.
Yeah.
So what should we read?
So I just finished reading Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam. A really good book.
Okay.
Yeah. You want me to tell you what it's about?
Yeah, let's do it.
Please do.
Okay. So there's a family who go on holiday, and it's set in the U.S., and they go out into the woods, very sort of quiet, hidden away from everywhere else. Family holiday, sort of like an Airbnb. They rented this cottage from someone, and then the internet goes down, and the couple who own the cottage turn up in the middle of the night and say something's happened. They don't know what. It's too scary to check to go out there. But it's either war, nuclear disaster, something, and it just leaves it to your imagination. And can they gate crash in their own house because they have nowhere to go? And this couple's black, and the family who's renting's white, and there's all these issues,
racial tensions and stuff.
Not really racial tensions, but little inklings, little issues. They're older, they're younger. And it's very scary.
That sounds like a great plot for a movie too.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be made into a movie. It just came out.
Is it a new book? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever read those like sort of teenage horror books like Christopher Pike or anything like that?
Yeah, no.
I used to crush those.
I don't like horror.
Oh.
I watch horror like closing my eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought they were
What's your
good.
take on George R.R. Martin?
I haven't read the books. I should, but I love the series, except
You do
the
like the
last
series.
episode, of
Sure.
course. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is that
The
Game of
Game of
Thrones?
Thrones.
author.
Yeah.
Because like his books are still doing really well, right?
But they did better before.
Is
Yeah.
this whole thing with who's the lady from Harry Potter?
J.K. Rowling.
Is this because she's getting hot water with her most recent book, right?
No, it was because of a statement she made.
Yeah,
About
I think
trans
a tweet,
people, right?
Yeah, a tweet
I
or
thought she
something.
wrote something.
Her recent book just came out. It's called The Ichabog, but I don't think there's been any issues around it. Unless I missed
I'd have to look it up. Yeah, I think there was something to do.
Yeah.
Actually,
Maybe.
as someone who has read the Game of Thrones books and
you
watched
have?
the show, yeah, except for like the last one.
He hasn't written the last one.
No, not that one.
But
The
the
one
last
before that. Yeah,
okay.
but like as someone who's actually read it, and I'm fascinated by the show. I really liked it. Actually, the books are better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the books, like, if you obviously are into fiction as well, you would. It's a commitment for sure.
That's what I was going to say.
They are gigantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's one of these things that I knew
And
about
there's
the show.
so many characters.
Yeah.
And so it's a real investment.
Yeah,
and a
but it's
commitment.
actually kind of cool. I don't know if you think the same way. If you start reading a book after watching the show or the movie, you
Yeah.
put a face on the characters.
It's ruined, right?
To me, it wasn't for Game of Thrones because
Yeah, so he thought they were all Egyptian. Yeah. What the hell, these white
You
people?
mean they're not all Indian?
Yeah, exactly.
it was kind of cool to put a face on all the characters. But like, if you make the commitment to the books, I really recommend them, especially
Okay.
the first 3 or 4. Very, very good.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you
It's
so
been
much.
awesome. Yeah, that was great.
Can I say Happy Diwali, or is that?
Yeah, no, perfect. Thank
yeah,
you.
racist / late, or both.
Neither.
No, okay, I'm good. Happy Diwali then.
Thank you.